So just enjoying this moment to just reconnect to our bodies and breath. Just feeling the earth, reconnecting to the earth. Spend so much time rushing about on top of it, and we forget our connection, our grounding down into the planet we live in. It's important that we keep our energy grounded and focused, especially at times of the year when we're so busy like now. So just sense where your body is touching the earth and begin to release down into it. Let the earth hold you here. Let it support your body. Hey, that's all right. Glad you made it. And then if you haven't already done so, just beginning to tune into your breathing. Begin by just noticing your natural breath, the breath as it enters and leaves the body. And then you can begin to slowly deepen and lengthen it. Begin to feel that you are consciously breathing, but the breath still feels comfortable even though it's now under your control. Maybe feeling the belly, the ribs and the chest with each breath. Maybe separating the breath into those three areas. And now just slow the breath down even more. See if you can just find even more length to the breath, space for the breath. Just challenge yourself for a moment to see how much you can breathe. And then just release your conscious breathing and just breathe normally for a moment. Let the body take back control of the breath. And then let's just gently hug the knees into the chest. Rock a little from side to side. Feel the sacrum and the lower back as it moves into the floor. Feel that stretch through the base of the spine area. And then we'll start with our twist arms wide, dropping the knees to the right, turning the head to the left. As you stretch out through the fingertips, open into the ribs, and just deepen that breath for a moment. And then we'll pull the belly in and we'll bring the knees up and over the other way. And again, just feel that stretch through the spine. And the breath increasing in the rib cage. And then we'll bring the legs back up, place the feet flat to the floor, and we'll take that glute stretch through the right hip and buttock to begin with. You can either pull that left knee in or you can hug the right leg into the chest and get deep into the hip and buttock, lengthening out through that muscle. Good, and then we'll place the left leg down and extend that right leg up into the hamstring stretch. Good, let's swap sides. So we'll cross left ankle over right knee. And again, pull in first for the glute stretch. And then moving up into the hamstring stretch. And then we'll just take happy baby pose. Just can help to loosen up the hips a fraction more. And then pushing the lower back down, staying in happy baby pose. Good, and then we'll release and we'll come up to sitting. And straightening out the legs in front. Into a hamstring stretch, stretching out the spine, the upper back muscles. You can let your shoulders lift right up around your ears now and get a good stretch into the lats as you reach forwards. Good, we'll swing the legs round, we'll come to 4-point kneeling. Just taking a few breaths, opening up into the spine. We're really feeling the abdominal stretching and working between cat and cow as well. And of course, getting that breath flowing. Lots of things going on in cat and cow. Upper back warming up as well. And then just rest it back into active child's pose, stretching the hands forwards as you drop your hips back and lengthening right into the upper back and arm muscles. And then pushing into down dog and just pedaling out through the heels and downward facing dog. Maybe taking single-legged dog, opening into the hips. Can feel good. And then we'll step the right leg through for a low lunge. And get into that hip flexor stretch. And then add a twist, maybe a quadricep stretch. And then we'll stretch into the inner thigh just by turning to the side and straightening your back leg And you can stay in that nice deep lunge. Such a good stretch, this. Right, and then moving back to down dog and pedaling out again. And then when you're ready, stepping the left foot through and starting with that hip flexor stretch. And then we'll add a twist and maybe a quadricep stretch. And then taking the side lunge. So again, straightening the back leg and lunging into the front. Good. And then we'll just come up and step forwards and just hang here for a moment, or maybe take another forward fold before softening and rolling up through the spine. As we come up, we'll interlace the hands, push the breastbone forwards, stretch into the chest and shoulders. And then work into the upper back by pressing the palms away. Good. And then we'll just shake everything out. So we're into week 3, so we'll just flow gently through everything and then we'll take a few quicker rounds. Know the sequence now, so just enjoying moving. So you girls, you two fit and healthy, no issues, injuries? Great. Everyone better for Christmas. That's what we want. So let's just come to the front of the mat, ground ourselves, focus on the breath. We'll flow through one round of regular sun sal with the low lunges just to get the body moving. Let's inhale, the arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right leg back and drop the knee. 3 pulses. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, pulsing down. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Get nice and deep into the lunge. Hold it here as you take another breath. And then we'll take the hands down to the floor and we'll step to plank. And just hold that plank for a moment, feeling the strength through the core. And then we'll go knees, chest, chin. Dropping the hips down, we'll take a baby cobra up here. Hold it there as you breathe. And then pushing back into child's pose. Reset your breath. And then we'll tuck the toes into down dog. And we'll take a pulse. Inhale, rising up onto the toes. Exhale, squeezing the heels down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Good. And then lifting the right leg up into single dog. Enjoy that hip stretch. And then when you're ready, step it through, drop the back knee, and we'll come up to 3 pulses here. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. Good. Sink deep. Take another breath here. And then exhale, hands to the floor. Let's inhale, step forwards, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. So just enjoy a deep forward fold for a moment. And then release, roll up through the spine. Inhale, the arms float up. Exhale. And left side, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Left leg back, drop the knee. 3 pulses, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more, in and X. 1 more. Hands come down this time as you exhale. Inhale, step to plank. Let's hold plank and find the breath. And then exhale, knees, chest, hover chin. Release to the floor. Take a higher cobra this time. Hold it there and breathe. And then find child's pose. And then tucking the toes into down dog. Let's put a pulse in. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, squeeze the heels away. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. Good. And then option to lift the left leg up. Enjoy that stretch. And then let's swing the left leg through. Drop the back knee. 3 pulses here. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Good, hands come down as you exhale. Inhale, stepping forwards. Exhale, fold. Nice deep forward fold. Couple more breaths, get nice and deep. And then we'll release and roll up through the spine, inhaling the arms, lift. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good, moving on with the sequence. So we're just remembering that we're going to do our down dog to sweep. I don't know if we did it in week 2. I might have got so caught up with the drills, I don't think we did. Okay, but we're going to come to single-legged dog, and then you've got the option of taking your single-legged sweep, which can also look like this. If you need to come down to the floor and then make your way back, you can do it like that, or you can just hang out in down dog. Okay, so let's come to the front of the mat, reset the breath, and let's flow. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale and fold. We're going to step the right leg back and come up to a high lunge. If you need to drop the knee, that's fine. Otherwise, just enjoy your high lunge. And if you want to make it a bit stronger, you can hover the back knee and or tilt the pelvis. And just breathe a bit more here. So we'll flow the next round and we'll take this round a bit steadier. Exhale, hands to the floor. Stepping to plank. Knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra, and straight into downward facing dog. So option to lift the right leg and just hold single dog. Option to lift the right leg and take the down dog sweep, or you can just hold dog. If you're taking the sweep, you're going to bend the elbows outwards like a chest press up, and then coming up into, so you bend the elbows and you take the chest through the arms into your sort of up dog, and then you just push the hips straight back into downward facing dog. Lovely. We're going to step to warrior 1. Right foot to right hand, back heel turns down, and we'll float up to warrior 1, turning the hips forwards, lifting through the heart. And our pulse is to push the hands away as you inhale. As you exhale, float the arms back and get that stretch into the waist. So also take the arm up and over. Good. Inhale, push forwards and float up and over. Then you get that lovely waist stretch. 1 more. Inhale, push forwards. Keep the front knee bent as you take the arms over. And then just hold reverse warrior for a moment. And then move to side angle pose, either elbow to knee or hand to floor. And just hold side angle, opening into the hip and breathing. And then you're going to take the left hand down, lifting the back heel, float the right hand up, and just hold your twisted lunge for a moment. And then both hands down, and we're going to make our way to standing split from here. Now, between the balances, if you need to take breaks, you can put both feet down before finding the next balance. Otherwise, you can flow them into each other. So a few breaths in standing split. And then either release first and then make your way to Warrior Three, or straight to Warrior Three. And then, can you find Eagle? Either release first and then come to Eagle, or go straight there. Left leg is on top, left arm is under. Single or double wrap, your choice. Once you've found your balance, sit low, and then lift the elbows high. Take a couple of breaths here. And then inhale, the arms float up. Samasthiti. Take a deep breath in. Good, we're going to take chair pose, bending the knees, brushing the fingertips down, float the arms up, and then sit low, stretching into the Achilles and the calves, and working the legs as you really sit the hips back and down. Breathe. And then interlace the hands and take the arms up and over into a shoulder stretch. Just take two more. Bend the knees. Let's come back to chair pose. Sit a bit deeper if you can. And then take that release again. And then one more. Inhale up to chair. And then over into your shoulder stretch. Release the hands to the floor into your forward bend. Step your left leg back and come up to your high lunge. Option to take low lunge here. Option to go a bit deeper, hovering the knee, maybe tilting the pelvis and working the legs. Breath steady, energy in the arms. Good. And then hands to the floor, and we'll step to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. And let's take a child's pose for a moment as we reset. And then we'll tuck the toes, down dog. And then option to come to single dog and take your dog sweep, bending the elbows out to the side, bringing the chest through the hands, and then back to dog. And then you're going to step to warrior one, so left foot to left hand, floating the arms up. Settling into warrior one for a moment. And then inhale, push forwards. Exhale, circle it back. And again, inhale, push forwards. And circle it back. One more time. And then just hold that lengthening reverse warrior. And then just adjust the feet slightly as you take side angle pose. Elbow to knee or hand to floor. Reach out through the top hand. Keep the hips low. And then we'll take the right hand down, picking up the back heel, and then the left hand up. Good, and then into your standing splits. And either release first or straight to warrior three. And then either release or straight into eagle. Right leg on top, right arm under. Sit low, lift the elbows. And then inhale, arms lift up. And exhale, fold. Sorry, hands to heart. Take a couple of breaths. And then just release and shake out. Well done. So you're warm enough now. Should I switch the heating off or you want it still on? On for a bit longer? Everyone happy with that? As I said, I can't tell because I've had so much coffee. I'm just like, it's either that or the menopause, not sure which, but like, not often I feel hot. Getting hot flushes. Okay, so we're going to flow that twice at speed, 1 breath per move, a little bit faster than our week 4, so deliberately making the breaths shorter and going faster. In week 4, we really slow the breath down. So looking for that side of cardio, and of course trying to match your breath to the movement as best you can. So let's just start by focusing on our breath. We've got 3 rounds of Utkatasana to shoulder release, just 1 breath in each pose. Let's go. Bending the knees, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. And again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. 1 more. Inhale. This time, hands to the floor. Exhale. Step the right leg back. High lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, take your dog sweep. Inhale, back to single-legged dog. Exhale, step right foot to right hand, back heel down. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, 1 pulse. Inhale, push forwards. Exhale, float back. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. Good. Inhale, Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. Exhale, stay there. Inhale. Exhale, both hands down, lift the back heel. Inhale, right hand lifts. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, standing split. Exhale, head to knee. Inhale, rise to warrior 3. Exhale, hold. Inhale, coming up to eagle. Exhale, left leg in front, left arm under. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. Chair pose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, shoulder release. 2 more. In. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, step the left leg back, arms lift up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, dog. Option, inhale, left leg lifts, and exhale, take your dog. Sweep. Inhale, back to single dog. Exhale, left foot steps through. Back heel down, inhale, warrior one. Exhale, pulse. Inhale, push forwards. Exhale, reverse. 2 more. In and X. 1 more. Exhale. Inhale to side angle pose. Exhale, hold. Inhale here. Exhale, both hands down, lift your back heel. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, standing split. Exhale, head to knee. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale there. Inhale, up to eagle. Right leg on top, right arm under. Exhale. Inhale, elbows lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, summer city here. Once more, 1 breath per move. Chair pose. Inhale, no pulsing. Exhale, shoulder release. Inhale, chair. Exhale, hands to the floor. Right leg back. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, sweep option. Inhale, single dog. Exhale, right foot to right hand. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, down. Inhale, push. Exhale, reverse. Straight to side angle pose. Inhale. Exhale, hand to the floor. Lift the back heel. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, standing split. Exhale to warrior three. Inhale there. Exhale to eagle. Inhale, elbows lift. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, hands to heart. Chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, chair. Exhale, hands to floor. Left leg back. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Option, exhale, sweep. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step through for warrior one. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, push. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, hands to floor. Lift back heel. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, standing split. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, eagle. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, elbows lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Just feel the heart rate. I can't talk, so I'm feeling my breath. And then shake it out. It's not really the way you want to practice yoga all the time, but it is interesting for short moments just to really focus on that fast flow. It keeps you present. Okay, how are we doing? Okay, let's come to the front of the mat. Just reset the breath for a moment. Inhaling, the arms lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank. And either with the knees up or the knees down, you're going to lift one leg and then switch to the other leg. Lift one arm, switch to the other arm, and then drop the knees and take child's pose. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do arm and leg. So if you can't do that from plank, please take 4-point kneeling and extend from here. Otherwise, you're in plank. Keep the legs wide and the hands wide, and then extend opposite arm and leg. Switch sides. First side again. Second side again. And then dropping the knees, stretch back. And then let's tuck the toes and come to down dog. And if you're already feeling like you've worked the shoulders enough today, you can just hang out in down dog, which is a strong pose to hold anyway. Otherwise, we've got 2 sets of plank reaches. So you're going to come to plank and then reach hand to opposite ankle and then come back to plank and switch sides. So let's just do 2 of those on each side. Exhale down, inhale, reach. And then after you've done your 4, take child's pose again. And then we'll come back for one more round, either holding dog or 4 plank reaches. Exhale, inhale. And this time, from dog, just come through to sitting. And we'll take a moment in Dandasana, hands either sides of the hips, chin to chest, spine is long, knees engaged, feet flexed, breath steady. And then we're going to lift the ribs out of the hips and keep that length as you fold forwards, reaching the hands for the feet or ankles. And we'll just be here for quite a few breaths, enjoying this really deep forward bend, letting the body recover for a moment and lengthen. Five more breaths. Just see if you can lift your ribs a little higher and reach for your toes with your crown of your head a little further. And then we'll inhale, head lifts. We'll exhale, release the hands. And we'll take the counter pose, either hands behind the hips, either keeping the legs straight for reverse plank or tabletop pose, keeping the hips in line with your shoulders and heels. And if you wish to, you can drop your head back and breathe. And then gently exhale, coming down. Good, and then just shake the legs out and open into your hips a little bit. Take your right leg and just find that hip opener before we move into Janu Sirsasana, placing the sole of the foot along the inner left thigh, lift and lengthen, and exhale, fold the hands towards the left foot. Is that your bad knee? Yeah, so just take it, you can support it as well, or just take it down a bit. And then coming up, we're going to take the left hand to the right knee and the right hand behind the back as we twist, pulling with the hands. Keep length in the spine as you rotate. And then coming back round, keeping a hold of the knee with the right left hand, you're going to reach up and over into a side bend. And then maybe releasing the left hand to the left foot. That helps you get a bit deeper. And then gently coming up, we're going to bend the left knee and either place the foot in front of the shin or over the top of the knee. And then work on squeezing your left buttock back to the floor. You're going to twist the other way, hugging the right arm or hooking the right arm around the left knee and looking over your shoulder. And then release, and then you can come to pigeon pose. So keeping that right knee forwards, you can circle the left leg back. Make sure that you're up and over, your hips are lifted. And then, so try and come off your buttock, Sandra, if you can. Straighten your back leg. That's it, and now pick up, there you go, and now crawl forwards. That's it, brilliant. So that you're not resting on your buttock. So now you can rest your head down, or if that's too much, then you can just modify, as you ladies are doing. And again, we'll take a few breaths here, just allowing the hips to open. And then if you're in pigeon, you can come up and take, now you can drop onto the buttock. You can grab the back leg and take a quadricep stretch. If you're down on the floor, just hang out in that stretch, or you can take a hamstring stretch by straightening the other leg up. if you wish. Good, and then gently release. If you're lying down, you can rock up to sitting. If you're sitting up already, you could take a vinyasa if you want, or you can just take the legs forwards. And come back to Dandasana. And then when you're ready, we'll lift the ribs away from the hips. And again, it can also help to kind of move the flesh away from the sitting bones. That tilts the pelvis in the correct direction. And then we can reach forwards to the ankles or feet and feel the length through the whole of the back of the body. And then we'll gently come up. We can hold these stretches a bit longer because the fast bit was so fast. I'm trying to kill some of the time. Right, let's take a reverse plank. We could go up standing and do all the fast bit again. Sort of half tempted with that. Let's see how we get on. Coming up to tabletop again. A few breaths here. Well, it's sometimes nice to take more of a yin practice where we hold these stretches for a really long period and you can get nice and deep into them. So let's bend the left leg up and take Janu Shasana. That may be your preferred option. And then take a twist slightly and fold over your right leg. And again, you're softening into that hip as much as you can on the left side and getting into that hamstring on the right. Make sure your shoulders are square as you reach forwards. And then coming back up, and we'll take that twist. So we're going to take the right hand to the left knee and then look over the shoulder. Keep lifting length through the spine as you rotate. And then keep that right hand there as you lift the left arm up and over towards the right foot. And then maybe release that right hand too and get that deep side bend. A few breaths here. And then we'll lift up and out of it. bending the right leg, we'll take the foot either in front of the shin or over the knee, and then trying to squeeze the right buttock back to the floor. And you're going to hug or hook the left arm around or outside the right knee, and then just really get into this deep twist. You may also feel quite a good glute stretch in the hip. Good, and then we'll gently release, and then if you're coming to pigeon, you'll swing the right leg back and come up and over the left knee so that you are not sitting on the buttock, and straighten the back leg, and then coming forwards, taking the head to the floor, and if you want to modify as before, you'll cross your left ankle over your right knee and pull in for the glute stretch. And then if you're on the floor, you can stay there. If you're in pigeon, coming up, transferring the weight onto the buttock and bending the back leg, and coming to that nice quadricep stretch and into the hip flexor as well. Good, and then we'll release. And again, we'll take a vinyasa, stepping it back, giving the hips that little stretch out. And we'll come down to the floor. We're going to lie down onto the backs, hugging the knees into the chest. I'm going to move into our abdominal section. So working the 3 layers of abs here. We've got the upper abs, we've got the crisscross obliques at the sides, and the lower abs as well. We're going to start by working the upper abs in our tick-tock, having the arms outstretched and the feet straight up to the ceiling. Have your palms facing down, and then you're going to just basically tick-tock your legs from side to side like a pendulum. And how far you go down is up to you. Obviously, the further you go, the more work in the obliques. Exhaling, coming down, inhaling, coming up. And when you've had enough, just hug the knees into the chest. Oh, sorry, that's your obliques we're working, the side crisscross ones. Now, taking the legs back up to the ceiling, we're going to work the upper abs and we're going to reach the toes with little pulses. And exhale as you go up, inhale as you come down. So keeping the shoulders off the floor the whole time. The pulses are just small movements, getting you higher. And now the lower abs, taking the arms back out to the sides. Palms facing up is a bit harder, palms facing down a bit easier. And you're going to do single or double leg lifts, hovering one or both heels a couple of inches off the floor as you go down, and then inhale, come up. And then hugging the knees into the chest, give yourself a little break, rock from side to side. And then we'll take a second round. So taking the legs up, arms out to the side. Take your tick-tocks first. And then your toe pulses, you're pulsing for your toes. And then finally, your single or double leg raises. And then just take the legs to the floor and the arms up and over the head and stretch from fingertip to toe. And then we'll come to bridge pose. So bending the legs up, bring the feet close to the hips, hands by the sides, gently roll up through the spine, get as high onto your shoulders as you can, and then push your hips up to the ceiling. And breathe. And then slowly release and hug the knees into the chest. And then we'll take a second round, rolling back up into bridge. If you want to give wheel a go, hands by the ears and pressing up. And then gently coming down, let's hug the knees in again. And then we'll come up into our inversion, so you can just take your legs up a wall and just support yourself with your legs resting on the wall. Or you can come up into modified shoulder stand, legs at 45 degrees holding the hips, or full shoulder stand, hands on the back, walk the elbows in towards each other and direct the toes to the sky. And then just focus on the breath here. And then gently taking the legs over into plow pose. If your feet don't touch the floor, just keep your hands on your hips. Otherwise, you might want to release the hands down. And then bending the knees to the forehead or ears. And then we'll roll down. And we'll take fish pose. We're pushing the elbows into the floor, lift the chest as high as you can before dropping the head back, coming onto the crown of the head. And then continue to push through the elbows to get the chest as high as you can. And then lift up a fraction more and release. And we'll hug the knees into the chest. And then you can either keep both knees hugged in, or you can straighten one leg out and just take a single-legged or double-legged twist. The single leg can be a bit deeper, so that may be something you want to give a go to now that you've warmed up your spine fully. And when you're in the twist, just think about taking that shoulder back to the floor and reaching out through the arm. And then changing sides, one leg or both. And then making your way to Shavasana. Put on extra clothes if you need the warmth. Quite warm in here now with the heating. We've got a few extra minutes in Shavasana this evening, finishing a little early. So really taking this opportunity to find stillness in the mind and in the body. And I just want you tonight to count your breath to help you find that stillness. So when we use counting meditations, we only go as far as 10 each time. And you inhale and count number 1, and exhale number 2. And you keep going like that up to 10. And then you begin the count again at 1. And it just helps you stay present and aware rather than allowing the mind to wander off into thoughts. And if you do discover that you've lost your count, that's fine. Just start again at number 1 and then continue. Keeping the breath very soft. Gently now wriggling your fingers and toes. Stretching the arms up and over the head. Take a deep breath in. And exhale out through the mouth. And again, inhale. And exhale. Hugging the knees into the chest. And just rocking from side to side. And then when you're ready, coming up to a seated position. And bringing the hands to the heart. Let's take a moment to focus on our gratitude. And we acknowledge the light that shines within all of us. Om Shanti Namaste. Thank you all very much. Thank you, thank you. Bit of a kind of weird class tonight. Started off really strong and then it went all mellow, doesn't it?